Is Nnamdi Kanu following Ojukwu's footstep? Ndukwe asked. Nnamdi Kanu is known as the leader of IPOB, an organization fighting for the realization of Biafran state. He predicated his separatist struggle on lack of equality in the present-day Nigeria. He feels the Igbos are marginalized and therefore not wanted in this present entity called Nigeria. Hence, the need for the Igbos to go their separate ways. The IPOP leader is not the first Igbo man to think along the way of secession. Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu of the then Nigerian army was the first to moot, nurture, and eventually execute the idea of secession. His reasons then was not different from that of Nnamdi Kanu. The IPOP leader, Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu, led the Igbos to war against the Federation, and the outcome is now history. Toward the end of the war, Odumegwu Ojukwu fled to Ivory Coast and remained in exile until when he was granted state pardon by President Shehu Shagari. Upon his return, Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu studied the situation in the country and then realized that most of his agitations then have not only been addressed, but have been taken over by turn of events. He further realized that agitations could better be resolved amicably than taking up arms against one another. Chief Ojukwu slid into mainstream politics and actively participated. He saw it as opportunity to achieve the aspirations of his Igbo people. He contested for the highest seat of the land. Though the political party he formed but lost, he went ahead to contest for Senate seat and won today. His political party is a force to be reckoned with in eastern part of the country and Nigeria as a whole. Unlike Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu, Nnamdi Kanu is a dark horse in the eastern part of the country. Let alone in the country until recently, he did not in any way participate in political activities until when he formed IPOP, which does not consist of notable people from his region. He never offered himself to serve his people in any capacity other than emerging to beat drum of war as the only one means of addressing what he perceived as injustice to the Igbos. Nnamdi Kanu should have taken a cue from late Odumegwu Ojukwu, who fought war but ended embracing participation in political activity in the country as a way of putting the agitations and views of his people across the other ethnic groups. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, Nnamdi Kanu is following Ojukwu's footstep. Yes, ask me why. The truth is not far-fetched. See, let me tell you something. What led to Odumegwu Ojukwu into coming up with this Biafran Republic? What motivated him to form Biafra? Ojukwu saw the humiliation that Indigo are going through and the way Indigo are being brutalized. That was then in 1967, as at then. Ojukwu felt so touched, despite he's very, very okay and no one can really harm him and his family. But he felt sympathetic and was very worried. I said, no, this cannot continue. I am an Igbo man. Let's forget the fact that I'm in the military. He decided to take it up and say, no, Igbo must go their separate ways. That was how he came up with Biafra Republic. Now, the same thing goes to Nnamdi Kanu. Look at it. Nnamdi Kanu felt the marginalization of Indigo and said, this cannot continue. He was so much touched. He was so worried. See, despite the fact that he is very much okay and contented, he came from an influential home. Nnamdi Kanu wasn't worried about where he came from. What he focused on was on his people and how his people will be free from this marginalization. So he decided to take it up. He decided to take up the fight. He decided to take up the move. And that is why you see today that Nnamdi Kanu, despite the distance, is still agitating for the Biafran Republic. Nnamdi Kanu is not a stubborn man. He is only doing what he feels that is right. And what he feels that is right is what is being done now. It is only the greedy ones that knows about their pockets and their pockets alone are the ones that are saying that he is stubborn. He is stubborn. He is drumming the drum of war, whereas what he is doing is for the good of the country. Is for the good of the country, my viewers. You can see. So, please believe me when I say that Nnamdi Kanu is having a typical replication of Ojukwu, and there is nothing different from that. So please, my viewers, I don't know what your comment concerning all that has just been said may be, but please do well to leave your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.